Afternoon, everybody. Thomas here. So, getting late. This is one Saturday afternoon in June here in Mississippi. Today, I got this load of wood from a gentleman down the road. This is actually some pretty tight grain pine. Give you a little close-up view. And that grain looks pretty nice. These will make some pretty boards. But I mean, that one's pretty. So, again, as you all know, if you subscribe to my channel and listen to me on a regular basis, I'm a talker. I love to talk. I love to talk to people. And just from conversing with people, I find deals from time to time where people are like, hey, I have some logs I need removed off my property. And the individual on this one, he just wanted the logs removed. But I said, hey, I need to do something else for you because this is the last run off of this property. In total, I've probably taken off 50 to 60 logs of this size or bigger. These are actually the smaller ones, but these ones are the ones that are I'm going to turn into 6x6 posts for a building I'm going to be working on, and then I'll get them pressure treated. This last log here is a red oak log, and what he wanted, well, he didn't ask me. I actually said, sir, I have to do something for you. You cannot just give me all this wood for free. Let me cut something for you. And the cool thing is that he actually has his own excavator, so he loaded all these giant cat excavator. But so that oak log there, I'm going to turn that into a mantelpiece for their mantle, for their fireplace, and then I'll turn the rest into some boards for a table. And he's going to actually be doing a gun room, so I'll actually take a few of these pine boards as well, quarter saw them up, plane them down, and he'll use that on one face of the wall where he's going to display some things. So I like to talk to people, and I like if they're going to be so kind to give me the trees for free and then load the trees for me, I have to do something in return. So it's the least I could do. And again, this is the last batch of logs that are received off that property. Some of the bigger ones that I've received were closer to 20 to 25 inch diameter and lengths up to 40 foot long and had to be cut down. So just again, if you do have a sawmill and you're looking for wood, you know, Facebook Marketplace is a great way to get out there and to put your business out there if you want to do that. But also go to a farmer's market. So I go up to the farmer's market up here quite often, and when I go up to the farmer's market, I do what I do best. I talk to people. And I'm about to put the camera on me because I don't know, it just seems like it's weird if I'm just talking to no one. So I have to talk to something. I'm talking to the phone now, and I'm sure I'm sweaty and nasty because it's a summer day. It's actually the 22nd of June, so it's the second day of summer, and it's hot and nasty. I've actually changed clothes like 3 times today. But again, if you want to look for logs and you live in a rural area, a great place to get yourself out there and to meet people is at the farmer's market. So I bring a lot of my scrap wood up to the farmer's market. When I say scrap wood, just some of my offcuts, unique shapes, cedar. I bring up some black walnut, some poplar, whatever. But by getting out there, meeting people, passing your card out, eventually word will get around like, hey, this guy's got a sawmill. And you have to be able to negotiate with people because, you know, I can post a posting on Facebook Marketplace, and the first day I might get 80 people, I'm not kidding you, 80 people to respond to me. And they ask me, hey, what's the price for this? What's the price for that? And I tell them, well, you know, certain custom pieces, they might cost more, but I do things by the board foot. And then you have to explain to them what the process of calculating board footage is. And it's just confusing to a lot of people who don't deal with wood on a daily basis. You have to be patient with them. But again, out of those 80 people who make contact with me the first day through Messenger, they're just hitting that automatic reply like interested or this, that, and the other, whatever. I might only have 5 or 6 people come over. But my ads I have currently up, I say ads, they're not really ads per se, they're just displays of wood that I have. And then I will post on there for, I'll put like $1 or something like that, or maybe I'll put the board footage price for a certain species of wood. So if it's cedar, I might put that price on there. If it's poplar, whatever, I'll have only pictures of poplar and I'll put the price as that board footage price. Then once you start getting people out there that know what you cut and how you cut, then you'll start having people bring you stuff. So when people bring you stuff, you have to explain to them up front, hey, if I hit a nail, you've essentially just bought my blade. I want them to also, if they can, bring me the logs as clean as possible. A while back I was cutting some logs for an individual that were pulled out of the river and all were off a beach. I don't know, there was so much sand in some of these cypress logs I was cutting up. It was just crazy. And then he brought me some lighter logs. Lighter logs, whew, that's a pain to cut too. It's difficult to cut, let me just put it that way. I actually had a blade one time start smoking on me, and the blade was slowing down, and I thought it was going to catch fire. That's not cool. You don't want to catch your mill on fire. But again, you've got to get out there, you got to meet the people, get your local area, get your local customer base. I've actually found a lot of really good response from restaurants. If you have some awesome pieces, so if you have a piece of cedar that's, say, it's 20 something inches wide, and you know, it looks just amazing, post it on there, say custom bar tops, we'll custom cut order to whatever. Long story short, restaurants got a hold of my information via Facebook Marketplace. They went out there. Oh, thank you, Tommy. Tommy picked me some blueberries. They went on there. I cut up a bar top. Then I said, hey guys, I'll give you a great deal on this wood. How about you put my card out there? That generates more business because they got to see my work actually there in person, and they were just amazed by it. Now the guy did buy some cedar. I sold him a nice piece of cedar that had a lot of holes and stuff in it, but that's what he was looking for. And he put, the bar top was 20 foot long and 24 to 25 inches wide. It was actually two pieces that were put together, and when doing so, to fill all the holes, I think he had somewhere in the neighborhood of 10 gallons of epoxy. So I may have only sold him the cedar top for, you know, a small amount and everything, but he ended up putting close to $1,000 of epoxy into that. So don't be afraid to get out there, talk to the people. Once you get your regular customer base, you know, they'll tell their friends who tell their friends, and then you have friends who end up driving from 2 to 3 states away, which I actually do have some people that do that. They'll bring me wood to cut up for them, and you know, I develop great friends from all over the place, and whenever they're looking for something, I'm looking for something, we work out deals. So it's a win-win situation. Also, you got to be very conscious of the price you're putting out there, and I get that a lot of times. I know there's some people out there, especially some other guys in the area that have sawmills, and they just want to know what my board footage prices are. I try to post that in my ads, but there's some people out there, they'll have a job, say, hey, I've got 40 pine trees on my property. I want them cut up into 2x4s. What's your price? And it's hard to guess a price like that because you don't know what the trees look like. You don't know if they're all knotted, if they're straight pine, if they're crooked pine. You know, either if you're going to work by the hour, you're going to work by the board footage. You kind of have to set up an idea. And I know I put my numbers out there, and I'm sure those people just go out there and, you know, look around trying to find the best price. And there was one individual, he posted on Facebook what I like to hear, and he posted on there, hey, I'm looking for 2x6s, true dimensional 2x6s, 14 foot long. Who can give me the best price? I put a price out there no one could touch because I had a lot of pine at the time and I needed to move it. So after I did that job for him, he has come back to me many more times. So be flexible, don't undercut yourself, but you know, price your stuff accordingly and just be the great people person that you can be. So yeah, have fun, and we'll see you around the sawdust pile and whatever else.
Bye.
Bye-bye.